On November 24, 1971, a man calling himself Dan Cooper bought a one-way ticket from Portland to Seattle. He paid in cash, wore a dark suit, and blended in with the crowd. Cooper boarded Flight 305, ordered a bourbon and soda, and sat quietly until he became the center of America's greatest mystery. This was no ordinary passenger. He vanished into legend, leaving only questions behind. Dbcooper, the name, the myth, the mystery. It all began on a cold November evening. Once airborne, Cooper handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. She ignored it at first, but he leaned in. "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." Calmly, he showed her a briefcase filled with wires and red sticks. His demands: $200,000 in unmarked 20s and 4 parachutes. He told her to inform the captain and stay calm. The hijacking was underway, silent, controlled, and terrifying. The captain alerted authorities. The airline agreed to pay the ransom. The FBI scrambled to gather the cash and parachutes. Passengers remained unaware, their flight circling for hours. Cooper stayed composed, ordering another drink, chatting politely. He even pointed out landmarks below as if on a sightseeing tour. His demeanor was unsettling, never angry, always in control. The threat was real, but Cooper was no ordinary hijacker. He was precise, methodical, and eerily calm. The crew followed his instructions, fearing for everyone's safety. The drama unfolded quietly at 30,000 feet. No panic, no violence, just a chilling sense of control. Cooper's coolness made the danger feel even more real. The stage was set for one of history's most daring escapes. The FBI delivered $200,000 and 4 parachutes to the plane in Seattle. Cooper inspected the goods, then released the passengers and 2 flight attendants. Only the pilots, a flight engineer, and 1 attendant remained. Cooper outlined his escape: fly to Mexico City, low and slow, landing gear down, cabin unpressurized, aft stairs lowered. The crew negotiated a refueling stop in Reno, Nevada. The plane took off again, with Cooper alone in the cabin. Somewhere between Seattle and Reno, a warning light signaled the aft stairs had opened. In the darkness and rain, Cooper jumped, ransom strapped to his body. He vanished into the wilderness below. When the plane landed in Reno, Cooper was gone. All that remained: his tie clasp, and 2 parachutes. The perfect escape, executed with chilling precision. No one saw him jump. No one saw him land. He disappeared into legend, leaving behind only questions. The FBI's greatest manhunt was about to begin. Cooper's leap into the night became the stuff of myth. The world would never see him again. The legend of Dbcooper was sealed. The FBI launched the largest manhunt in U.S. history, codenamed Norjack. They scoured the forests of Washington, searching for any trace of Cooper. Hundreds of agents, soldiers, and police combed the rugged terrain. They found nothing. No body, no parachute, no money. The investigation was exhaustive. Interviews, composite sketches, thousands of suspects. Tips poured in, but every lead went cold. Cooper seemed to have vanished without a trace. For years, the case remained unsolved. Then, in 1980, a boy found $5,800 of the ransom buried on a riverbank. The serial numbers matched, but the discovery only deepened the mystery. How did the money get there? Did Cooper survive the jump? The rest of the ransom was never found. The FBI searched again, but the trail was cold. In 2016, after 45 years, the FBI closed the case. Over 1,000 suspects investigated, thousands of pages of files. No one knows who Cooper was or what became of him. The ghost had won. The legend endured, unsolved and irresistible. Dbcooper became America's most famous fugitive. The mystery remains. Theories about Dbcooper abound. Some say he was Richard McCoy, a skydiving Vietnam vet who pulled off a similar hijacking. Others point to Dwayne Weber, who confessed on his deathbed, or Kenneth Christensen, a former airline employee. Each suspect has a story, but none have proof. The biggest question: did Cooper survive the jump? Experts doubt it. He leapt into a storm at night in a suit with an old parachute. The odds were against him, and most of the money was never spent. Maybe he died in the wilderness, his body never found. Or maybe he escaped, living quietly under a new name. The mystery is the magic. Dbcooper became a folk hero, a symbol of rebellion and daring. He challenged the system and vanished, never caught, never identified. The unanswered questions keep the legend alive. Did he win? Did he survive? We may never know. As long as the mystery endures, so does the legend. Dbcooper, the gentleman skyjacker who vanished into the night. His story fascinates, inspires, and baffles. The legend lives on.